The qualities of an effective leader, I would say honesty, respect. The greatest quality would be integrity.
Leaders are optimistic, leaders have a vision, leaders listen.
Being open to change, being open to evolving.
Transformative leaders find a way to bring everyone along. Leaders in our community look different than they have in the past. They'll look different in the future.
And I think Cleveland's commitment to leadership over the past 2 decades has been critical.
Charmaine Jordan, one of the greatest leaders of men and women in Central, who is one of our graduates. We are so proud of her. Anytime that she sees a problem, she is going to disrupt that system and break that door down.
I looked around my community and I seen a lot of things that could be improved. And so I wanted to be the one to make change. Leadership is using your voice, your resources, and your influence to help others.
I was a fan of Chelsea Cook-Cohen from the minute I met her. Chelsea never stops working for her students, and it's amazing to watch them shine under her leadership.
Our Cleveland students can take advantage of so many different opportunities if we just break down the barriers. We need to give students experiences where they can actually apply their learning and build something and create something. That's where you really find the magic of education.
I selected Elizabeth Semiday. What makes her important to Esperanza is that she actually went through our programs, starting at a very young age. Her perspectives are just critical in how we engage donors and partners in our work.
Growing up in the near west side of Cleveland in a underserved and marginalized community, I am proud and I am honored to know that the city and all of these organizations have taken the time to invest in me.
One of the qualities that leaders always have is they are uniters. And there's no question that Chanel Smith is a uniter.
To be a leader in Cleveland, you have to be inclusive, you have to focus on justice, and you have to focus on equity. So that means pulling up a chair for those who have been historically not a part of the conversation. Having the banker in the room, having the community development organization in the room, having the Cleveland Foundation in the room to help solve these challenges. Without Cleveland's investment in me, I would not be where I am today. The core quality of an effective leader is empathy.
Someone who is dynamic, who is creative, who's able to think outside of the box.
Leadership is about service, serving our community, serving the people on our teams.
It's very important to lead by example. People are watching you, people are following you. You can't just talk the talk, you have to walk the walk.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse for the 2024 Cleveland Foundation Annual Meeting presented by KeyBank. My name is Ahmad Crump. Make some noise for yourselves, everybody. Thank you for being a part of this fantastic event today. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a great day today. So let's bring our first speaker to the stage. She is our board chairperson of the Cleveland Foundation. Everybody, please welcome Connie Hill Johnson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. What a powerful opening video featuring some outstanding leaders who are moving our community forward in different ways. I am thrilled to be here with you at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, home of our beloved Cleveland Cavaliers. I want to thank KeyBank for their partnership and support as presenting sponsor of our annual meeting over the past 10 years and as a trustee bank of the Cleveland Foundation for 110 years. It's wonderful to see so many friends and valued partners here this afternoon, including current and former Cleveland Foundation board members and staff, as well as donors and community partners. Thank you for your work to make a difference in our community. We are here today to celebrate the power of transformative leadership as we reflect on the Foundation's work over the past year and look to what's next in the future. This is our very first annual meeting since Lillian Curry became president and CEO last summer, following Ron Richards' retirement after 20 years at the helm of the Foundation. Ron is in the audience today, and I want to thank him personally and on behalf of the Foundation for his incredible leadership over the years. With this historic leadership transition, as well as the Foundation's move into a new headquarters in Midtown, we've had an opportunity over the past 12 months to think carefully and dream boldly about what's next for the Foundation. We are asking ourselves the big questions. What will the community look like in 5 years, in 10 years, or even longer? What will the field of philanthropy look like? And what role should the Cleveland Foundation play in shaping both? These questions take time to explore. To answer them and drive true impact will require input and collaboration from our partners all across Greater Cleveland. The Cleveland Foundation has been an innovator in place-based philanthropy since it was founded in 1914, and we will continue to be an organization of reinvention and renewal, adapting over time to meet changing needs and opportunities in our community. Lillian's transformative leadership is already changing the way we think about the work of the Foundation, and she's just getting started. In a few minutes, Lillian will share more about this moment for the Foundation and the opportunity before us. But first, I want to recognize another transformative leader who has changed thousands of lives in Greater Cleveland as we continue a cherished annual tradition, the presentation of the Homer C. Wadsworth Award. Each year, the Foundation presents this award to a local leader who demonstrates creativity, ingenuity, risk-taking, and good humor in service to the community. These are the qualities that defined Homer Wadsworth, who served as the executive director of the Cleveland Foundation from 1974 to 1983. We are grateful that some of Homer's family members have joined us here today. Thank you for helping us to celebrate his legacy. We have been honored to recognize some of our community's most esteemed leaders with the Homer C. Wadsworth Award over the years, including last year's recipient, Cleveland Public Library Executive Director and CEO, Felton Thomas, Jr. Today, I am pleased to present the 2024 Homer Wadsworth Award to Victor Ruiz, President and CEO of Esperanza, Inc. Victor is a respected leader who has been active in Greater Cleveland for more than 25 years. At Esperanza, his leadership and advocacy have transformed the lives of thousands of families in Northeast Ohio's Hispanic community, raising millions of dollars for scholarships and support services that have increased high school and post-secondary graduation rates. Under Victor's leadership, Esperanza's work to promote post-secondary education has received national recognition from the White House Initiative on Educational Excellence for Hispanics, Unidos US, and Excelencia in Education. In addition to his work at Esperanza, Victor has served the community through his leadership on local nonprofit boards, including Cuyahoga Community College, United Way of Greater Cleveland, the Fund for Our Economic Future, and Say Yes to Education Cleveland. Victor cites his experience in the very first cohort of the Cleveland Foundation summer interns as helping to introduce him to the world of nonprofits more than 2 decades ago. His entire career is a testament to the value of investing in tomorrow's leaders today. Thank you, Victor, for all you have done for our community. Now please join me in welcoming Victor to the stage to accept his award.
All right, thank you, Connie, and thank you, Lillian, and the rest of the Cleveland Foundation staff and board for this tremendous honor, and as well to the Wadsworth family. I am humbled, and I am also grateful for that initial investment 25 years ago when I was graduating college and had absolutely no idea where to go to next, and that internship really opened up my eyes to education and nonprofit and create a path forward for me. So thank you again. I'd like to thank the staff and board of Esperanza, most dedicated and hardworking people that I know, and I'm very honored and proud to work with them. And lastly, I'd like to thank my wife of 30 years and my 3 children who are up there somewhere for their support. You're the reason I wake up every morning, so thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we have another speaker that's going to come to the stage right now, and I'm going to let you know right now, she has a smile that will light up any room. Please welcome to the stage. She is our 10th president and CEO of Cleveland Foundation. Everybody make some noise, and let's give it up for Lillian Curry.
Thank you, Ahmad, and good evening, everyone. Looking out at this crowd, I am overwhelmed with gratitude. I know everyone here shares a love for our great city and a dedication to our community. All of you, our donors, our nonprofit partners, members of the community, have contributed so much to our civic progress. Thank you. First, I'd like to recognize a few leaders and partners who are here in the audience and who've supported us at the Cleveland Foundation and are shaping the future of Cleveland. Our terrific mayor, Justin Bibb, our great county executive, Chris Ronayne. They are both here in the front with us. I'd also like to thank Council President Griffin, Councilwoman House Jones, Councilman Starr, and many regional mayors and elected officials here tonight. If I could ask, could you please all stand so we can recognize the outstanding service of our public officials? Second, I'd like to thank the people who made this annual meeting possible, namely our amazing current and former board members, led by our chairperson, Connie Hill-Johnson, and our vice chair, Randy McShepard. Our board's leadership and stewardship is unparalleled. Could our former and current board members, who are all up front, please stand and be recognized for your service? I also want to especially recognize my predecessor, Ron Richard. Ron, your leadership and impact over the past 2 decades continues to inspire me every day. Thank you for all that you have given to this community. I also want to thank my dear friend, India Pierce-Lee. You know, you're always part of the Cleveland Foundation family. Let's give her a big round of applause. I also have to thank the Cleveland Foundation staff who lead with passion and purpose every day. I am so grateful for our One Foundation team who made this entire event possible. Could all the staff who's in the room, either working or sitting, please stand and please thank them for all their service. Is everyone here? A special thank you to Nick Bartlage, the CEO of Rock Entertainment Group, for making this first meeting at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse such a success. If we can't welcome you all into the Cleveland Foundation's new headquarters, the home of the Cleveland Cavaliers is a close second. On a personal note, I'd like to thank my family. My 2 children, Sydney and Mason, have flown home to be here this evening. And Philip, Camille, Stephen, and Michelle, my brothers and sister-in-law, are in the audience. I am so grateful every day for my family's love and support. Finally, I'd like to acknowledge 2 people whose wisdom and generosity have brought us to this moment. Sally Grease, our former board chair, and her late husband, Bob Grease, a longtime board member. Bob was a 5th-generation descendant of Cleveland's first Jewish resident. He was a visionary business leader, an original investor in the Cleveland Browns, and the treasurer of Carl Stokes' first mayoral campaign. Bob and Sally's philanthropy is transforming Greater Cleveland. The Grease 6th Generation Fund has supported causes and the organizations for the betterment of all, no matter their backgrounds of anyone. Sally and Bob's children, their spouses, as well as their nephew, created that fund. They also created the Bob and Grease Annual Meeting Lecture Fund, which supports world-class speakers at this event every year, including this year's keynote speakers. We will miss Bob's keen insights, and we are so grateful for his and Sally's leadership. Please join me in applause to recognize the impact and legacy of Bob Grease. I grew up about 45 miles from here, on a farm with fields as far as I could see. I am the daughter of Lebanese immigrants who taught me to explore the world while maintaining my ties to home. After 5 years living in Boston, where I studied and worked in urban design and affordable housing, I returned to Cleveland to work in City Hall. And that is where I learned this city and these streets heart by heart. I was responsible for building the city's geographic information system, a precursor to the GPS in your car. That was before anyone had cell phones, and we had to digitize the entire city from scratch. So that summer, a colleague and I drove every street in the city of Cleveland, populating the data for this new system, house by house, business by business. And that is how I fell in love with and got to know every inch of this great city. So when I was preparing to serve as the leader of the Cleveland Foundation, I knew I had to return to where I started, reaching out, engaging with, and listening to as many people as I could across the region. In my first year as president and CEO, I have met with hundreds of people, donors, residents, students, artists, faith leaders, CEOs, and elected officials. I've met with longtime partners of the Cleveland Foundation, as well as organizations new to us. These community members shared a lot of gratitude for the Foundation's work. As well, they shared a lot of tough feedback. And in these conversations, 3 critical questions emerged over and over again. First, we heard that philanthropy is rapidly changing. People want to give in new ways. So how does community philanthropy expand giving, include new technology, and innovate to remain relevant for the next 100 years? And second, we were asked, are there more ways that we can provide resources beyond grant making to maximize impact and address the growing community needs? And finally, and most importantly, even though each of us is doing great work and making a difference on a project-by-project basis, why do health disparities, income inequality, and poverty remain so high in our region? Over the past year, we've embraced these questions that you've been asking. And as we've explored them, we've gone back to our origin story. When Fred Goff conceived of the Cleveland Foundation, opportunities for charitable giving were limited. You could either create a private trust, which required tremendous individual wealth, or leave money to a cause in your will. Those funds couldn't be used to meet the changing needs over time. And in cities like Cleveland, the issues from education to access to parks and recreation were ever changing. Goff wanted to create a living model of philanthropy, one that would last and adapt in perpetuity. To do this, he envisioned a collective savings account, a powerful and inclusive trust which Clevelanders could contribute to and steward. 110 years ago, this trust became the Cleveland Foundation, the first community foundation in the world, an organization designed to focus on, and I quote, complex, consequential community challenges that would result in defined, measurable impact at scale. Goff's aspiration was a big idea, that the community's wealth belongs to everyone, not just a chosen few. It's hard to overstate the transformative power of this idea. A new kind of giving was birthed in Cleveland that would allow ordinary people to do extraordinary things together. And I can't say that I'm surprised it happened to here. Cleveland is, and will always be, a city with a vision to innovate and the grit to make our visions a reality. Clevelanders' inventions have transformed life in the United States and across the globe. We invented the first modern traffic light and the electric street lamp. We created Lifesavers candies and the rotating toothbrush. And we even developed technologies that literally save lives, from the first full-body X-rays to therapies for cancer and cardiovascular disease, and next-generation mRNA vaccine technology, all birthed here. So how does one city create so much innovation? With the same spirit that has always helped us persevere, by seeing the possible and channeling our biggest challenges into meaningful action together. Over the past year, we've embraced these principles, and we are prepared to tackle these hard questions. Since the Foundation's earliest days, we've worked to live up to and even surpass Fred Goff's original vision, to make it possible for every person to participate in our city's revitalization, and for every person to benefit from its brighter future. We have and will always invest in vibrant arts, parks, fair housing, education, and integration across Cleveland. We have worked closely with our culturally rich immigrant communities like Asiatown, ensuring our city is welcoming to all. And we've helped rebuild landmark neighborhoods like Playhouse Square and the Gateway District, where we're so thrilled to gather here tonight. Now, we want to go one step further. We want to expand what it means to be a philanthropist. Last year, charitable giving in the United States totaled approximately $550 billion. Of this, $400 billion came from individuals. And more people are looking outside traditional philanthropy to give. For example, donations to crowdfunding campaigns have reached nearly $500 million annually in the United States. To capitalize on these emerging trends, we're endeavoring to redefine generosity and allow people to give in whole new ways. We are working on new models where each and every one of you can participate in community philanthropy with ease, with technology, and with bigger impact. We must think about what the next generation needs their community foundation to be. In other words, more than a century after the Cleveland Foundation invented community philanthropy, we are reimagining it. Reimagining philanthropy empowers us to use our resources in new and innovative ways. We can do that because the Cleveland Foundation is building on strength. We are in the strongest financial position in our history. In fact, we are one of the strongest community foundations in the country today. Our assets are now greater than $3.2 billion, and we continue to partner with almost 250 nonprofits who house their endowments at the Cleveland Foundation, including 10 new organizations who've invested with us this past year. Today, the Cleveland Foundation distributes half of its grant-making at our board's discretion, and the other half of our grants are directed by our donors, proud Clevelanders like you, who choose to partner with us for your charitable giving. With the support of donors and partners, we can both meet the community's immediate needs, and we have the strength, flexibility, and resources to take the long view. We can invest in initiatives that can change the game for lasting impact. That's the magic of place-based philanthropy. One of the new dynamic resources we developed is social impact investing. In 2019, we announced an ambitious goal to make $150 million of social impact investments by the end of 2022. In the years since, we've flown past that goal. Today, we have nearly $500 million of our endowment invested to deliver both social and financial returns. And we are concentrating on 3 impact pools: a socially responsible investment pool, a racial equity investment pool, and a green bond pool. As of May, our racial equity pool has the highest returns of any investment pool at the Cleveland Foundation at 22%. It's a powerful testament that we can do well and do good. In addition, we're making direct social impact investments that we believe will transform Cleveland. For instance, in the heart of the Clark-Fulton neighborhood, the Centro Villa project is converting a formerly vacant building into an indoor market and community business center. Thanks to the leadership of people like Janice Contreras, where the Centro Via project opens its doors very soon. It will create jobs, develop businesses, and anchor the district through a celebration of Cleveland's robust Latinx community. The foundation's support for Centro Via exemplifies our whole toolbox approach. In recent years, we've provided a total of $2 million to this project through early site acquisition funds, grants, and a social impact investment. With so many other partners and investors coming together, this transformational project will open later this year. And I heard that Janice is in the room and she changed her flight to be here. So I'm gonna ask her to stand up. This woman shows leadership and perseverance every day. So please join me in recognizing Janice. Historically, most, if not all, foundations have worked behind the curtain. We did a great deal of good that way, but more often than not, we did good for communities, not with them. At the Cleveland Foundation, when we had the opportunity to reconsider our physical space, we decided to re-examine our entire organization, questioning what it means to be this community's foundation. So last year, we moved from the top floors of an office building into our brand new headquarters at the corner of East 66 and Euclid Avenue. This move has changed the way that we engage with the community. Some of these changes have been small, but still reflect our big aspirations, like renaming our operations team to guest services. This change has held us accountable to our North Star of making sure that every person who walks through our doors feels welcome. And some of these changes have been big. For the first time in more than a century, the Cleveland Foundation has a front door that the community can access, making philanthropy transparent and opening a bigger tent that engages more people with the Cleveland Foundation. With that goal in mind, we've worked to bring residents and neighbors into the planning process. For example, we took 30 Clevelanders to Memphis, a group including young people, artists, and community leaders, all with a stake in our city's future. We built relationship across backgrounds, and we learned together from like-minded people who created the famous Memphis Slim Collaboratory. Coming out of this trip, these residents shaped plans for the Midtown Collaboration Center to honor Midtown and Huff's rich legacy of Black music and culture. They helped us envision a music venue and a recording studio on the ground floor of this new building. And they selected 2 Black-owned businesses, Pearl's Kitchen and Black Frog Brewery, Cleveland's first Black-owned brewery, to anchor this ground floor space. This center and district is the first of its kind. It's designed to pull innovation from behind closed doors, retail it, and facilitate community engagement with every new idea, every innovation, and every impact. The Midtown Collaboration Center is set to open its doors next year, and I want to give you a sneak peek.
The Midtown Collaboration Center, it's an exciting new building located at the corner of 66th and Euclid Avenue.
We've been committed and been part of the Midtown community for well over a decade. Having the opportunity to now become part of the Midtown Collaboration Center elevates what we know works.
It's going to be so great to be in the neighborhood, working to bring others from across our city and region to be part of lifting up the Midtown neighborhood.
It was only a perfect fit for me to join on with this project to provide this community space for people.
I'm excited about being in the Midtown Collaboration Center because this project is all about community. I feel like I'm a part of something great. I really do.
When I learned about the Midtown Collaboration Center, I immediately saw an opportunity for CIA to be a part of that. When you think about the cornerstones of innovation, it all starts with collaboration.
To be able to just literally bump into each other will automatically create opportunities for partnerships that don't exist.
We can do community outreaches together. We do have those resources. Many times they are just too far for them. They are not right there in their backyard.
It's more than just what goes on in the building, it's what blooms from what goes on in the building.
The Tech Outreach team has been super interested in trying to do programs that are closer to students in the Cleveland area.
By anchoring the MCC in Midtown, we now are able to connect downtown to our Meds and Eds Center in University Circle.
They're really creating something special in the community, and I, in turn, will be a part of it, and I'll be creating something special.
We are so excited to invite each of you to the opening this spring. We hope this building will be a model for how we can bring new resources and opportunity into Cleveland's neighborhoods with residents in the lead. Our new strategies focus on Cleveland as a collective. For example, we're growing new models of community-led philanthropy. Since 2020, the Cleveland Black Futures Fund has invested more than $7 million in Black-led, Black-serving organizations. Now, we're adding 2 new affinity funds focused on Cleveland's Latinx and LGBTQ+ communities. And we're excited to announce that we are endowing all 3 of these funds, making them permanent for generations to come. We are seeding them with a total of $9 million, and we're working with residents to raise additional capital. These funds will be guided by the priorities and aspirations of the community members that they themselves will determine. And this is only the first of many inclusive strategies that we plan to pursue in the coming months. For far too long, structural forces have hampered Clevelanders' ability to thrive, including environmental injustice, discriminatory practices, and the exclusion of Black and brown residents from wealth-building opportunities. As we've met with more and more community members, we've seen that these are the issues that our community wants and needs us to address. So we've asked ourselves and our partners, what will it take to have generational impact on Clevelanders' ability to thrive? And what will it take to move the needle on these long-term systemic issues? The answers have been clear. We must grow the economic vibrancy of the region while ensuring that no Clevelander is left behind. We need to fuel the economic engine of the region, invest in historically redlined neighborhoods, and shrink Cleveland's wealth gap. These 3 goals will be the focus of our work moving forward. Cleveland can model for all American cities what sustainable progress looks like when we inextricably link our residents and our neighborhoods to prosperity. To tackle these complex problems, we will need leadership from everyone in this room and beyond. So tonight, we are celebrating Cleveland's unparalleled investments in leadership development. Many of you here tonight have gone through these programs. Leadership matters, and leadership underpins everything we hope to achieve. This year marks the 25th anniversary of our summer internship program, and we're also honoring 20 years of investment in civic education and our public service fellowships. These programs offer some of our nation's brightest the chance to work year-round in fully paid public sector jobs. We now have more than 1,000 alumni over 25 years who are stepping up into leadership roles from these Cleveland Foundation programs. And we're not alone, as you saw from the video. Cleveland has some of the most impactful initiatives in the country, like the Marshall Memorial Fellowship Program, National Urban Fellows, as well as the Mandel Foundation's Neighborhood Leadership Development Program, and their Community Development Corporation Leadership Program. In addition, so many of us in this room partner with the Cleveland Leadership Center, an institution which now hosts 9 civic leadership initiatives that help Clevelanders of all ages grow and address community challenges. Alumni from these programs and many others demonstrate that leadership is not a title, it's a mindset, and a set of skills that any person can develop, nurture, and embrace. True leaders take initiative, accept responsibility, and strive for positive change, regardless of their title or position. Cleveland is a town that invests in and supports our innovators of tomorrow. As I said, leadership underpins everything we hope to achieve. This is an important moment in our history. I'm grateful that we have an extraordinary number of new leaders who are rising up to meet the moment and who are working together on the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. We've got a lot of work to do to create a vibrant Northeast Ohio where no Clevelander is left behind. Our region can and must grow sustainably, but it must grow in a direction that allows everyone, including those who've been historically excluded, to access a pathway to prosperity. We'll need to work across sectors, and we'll need to take a place-based approach. As a prominent minister once said, no one can whistle a symphony. It takes an orchestra to play it. We must work together. So when you leave this arena tonight, I have one request. Help us imagine all the ways that together we can transform Cleveland, neighborhood by neighborhood, block by block, person by person. I know we can achieve this because the spirit, determination, and generosity of Clevelanders is unlike that of any other city. We're here because we love it. Our vibrant art scene, our hard luck sports teams, our beautiful neighborhoods, hot days on the beaches of Lake Erie, telling every person who will listen exactly why it's Cleveland against the world. Our future is bright. I have never been more hopeful and excited. Together, we must plant trees to shade generations of Clevelanders to come. Thank you for joining us here as we pave this path forward. Today and every day, it's an honor to serve you and our great city. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have one CEO, but I have another CEO that's joining us right now. Everybody, we have the CEO of the Cleveland Cavaliers and Rock Entertainment Group. Please welcome Nick Barlage, everybody.
This was a little impromptu, but I do just want to say such a heartfelt thank you to Lily and your entire team. The work that the Cleveland Foundation does establishes such a wonderful heartbeat for our community and well beyond. And so thank you for hosting your annual meeting here. It's our house is your house today, so we appreciate everything.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So everybody make some noise for Lillian, everybody. Give it up for Lillian one time. The 10th president and CEO of the Cleveland Foundation How has it been your first time doing your annual meeting inside Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse? How was the feeling?
It was amazing. It was amazing. And I really want to thank you. Your team has been extraordinary. You made everything so easy for us. Maybe we'll come back next year. I hope so.
That's the plan. Hopefully.
And I'd like to say I am just so grateful for everybody who's here tonight. The love and support that I have received and the foundation receives every day is just extraordinary. So I'm just grateful.
Thanks for being here. We really do appreciate you and your entire team. Make some noise, everybody, one more time. So, somebody told me that you know how to dance a little bit. Is that true? Can you dance a little bit?
No.
Okay.
My kids are here, and they would tell you, no, I cannot dance.
Well, you know what? Since you can't, don't worry about it, because we have a group who's going to come out here and perform for everybody right here. Cleveland Black Futures Fund grantee is going to be here today. They are a hip-hop culture dance team. They perform for kids, they perform for adults, and they perform for the CMSD community all over. And on Saturday, July the 27th, they have a battle at Severance Hall, a hip-hop dance battle. You definitely want to go out there and check them out. Everybody, please welcome to the stage the 10K Movement.
Check, check, check. You guys hear me? All right. Appreciate y'all. Y'all can hear me? Okay. Before I get into whatever I'm about to talk about, we do one thing in the hip-hop culture, hip-hop dance culture. It's called crowd control. So when I do this, I'm going to turn y'all up, see where y'all at, and we go up with the energy. You got me? Oh, wait. Y'all got me? All right, let's check. Appreciate y'all. Okay, so again, we are 10K Movement. We are a hip-hop and street dance collective, as much as Ahmad edified us. We focus on preserving, presenting, and cultivating hip-hop and street dance. Most of you guys, if you haven't seen a hip-hop or street dance event or a battle or a cipher or have been inside of the culture, there's a few rules. You give us that energy, we give you that energy back. It's a conversation. It's not one way. Does that make sense? Cool. You with us? So when we get to hit this stage, we need that because it's an ongoing cyclical conversation. The second thing, I'm today accompanied by my favorite people, 10K Elite. If you guys can make it to the stage. These individuals focus on various street dance forms. A lot of people say hip-hop is all one thing. That is false. Hip-hop, breaking, crump, house, light feet, popping, boogaloo, locking are all focused and make up different fabrics of this great city and also our nation. So you'll see Los Angeles, you'll see Fresno, you'll see Watts, Compton, Chicago, New York City, the Bronx, Brooklyn. Every single dance movement, every single dance style has its own lineage, history, pioneers who made this style. So we give it that love, that attention by focusing all of that. So today you'll see a collection of those styles. If you like what you see, you can make some noise. So right now, give some noise for 10K Elite. Make some noise for yourself. And my last rule in the street dance and hip-hop dance culture, again, you can make that noise from your seat, but again, we like to dance with you and you like to dance with us. So if you feel like stomping your feet, clapping your hands, snapping, giving me a roll, do all of that because that all contributes to what hip-hop culture is with that peace, unity, love, having fun. And ultimately, we're trying to build that infrastructure and preserve this culture because it is an American folk dance and American folk genres created by the Black communities across the nation. You get me? All right. I don't know if y'all ready. One more sound check. All right, I think they're ready, y'all. Let's do this.
Uber up the styles like miles and shit. Like 60s funky worms with waves and perms. Just sending junky rhythms right down your block. We beat to rap, what key beat to lock, but we beat to rap, what key beat to lock. We beat to rap, what key beat to lock, but we beat to rap, what key beat to lock. We beat to rap, what key beat to lock, but we beat to rap, what key beat to lock. I got my second win, beat to rap, what key beat to lock, but we beat to rap. I got my second win, sick with a BMA. To rap, what key beat to lock, but let's even rap, Warner Brothers. Key beat to lock, we beat to rap, what key beat to lock, but let's even rap, what key beat to lock.
With the real hip hop, then hop to the hip, the hop, you don't quit, that's effects, and we came to real yo, well on your mark and get set, can't forget the go, in case you didn't know the flow was fat like Joe, yo, more than thinking that I'm back, man, you whack, man, I eat a rapper like I'm Pac-Man, I figured you bring it, straight from the cellar, Ferrella, packing more hits than Lupinella, I swallow, the nigga in his eye, if he test me, you don't impress me, yo, books kick the rest, G, one time for your mind. Hey yo, what up is? The crew bringing the ruckus, no doubt we's the roughest dream team, reign supreme like the cutlass getting irrelevant and delicate to the texture, but this style of mine is well defined like Webster's. Ain't about it if we're going from the Jordan to Jabba Jibba when I get stoned like Sharon.
Don't move one time, that's the man that's gonna stop the one. We don't move one time, that's the man that's gonna stop the one. We rob the bank, if they catch us, they throw us away. We rob the bank, if they catch us, they throw us away. I need it in a car, I need it in a shade, I need it in a mouth, I need it in a leg, I need it in a car, I need it in a shade, I need it. Let me break it down. I ain't had money, now I have money. I ain't tryna lose it, now you gotta hide it. Let me break it down. Nah, mommy, you won't check it for me when I had no money. Now I got that money. Whoa. Let me break it down. I drive the boat, I fly the plane, I buy the go, time to go. What's up? Let me break it down. We fugitives, we doing this. Take the money, start moving it. Oh, don't move one time. That's the man that's gonna stop the one. We don't move one time. That's the man that's gonna stop the one. We rob the bank. If they catch us, they throw us away. We rob the bank. If they catch us, they throw us away. I need it in a car. I need it in a shade. I need it in a mouth. I need it in a leg. I need it in a car. I need it in a shade. I need it in a mouth. I need it in a leg. I need it in a car. And I need it in a shade. I need it in a mouth. I need it in a leg. I need it in a car. And I need it in a shade. I need it in a mouth. I need it in a leg. What you need?
One more time, make some noise for the 10K movement! Wow, wow, wow. If you guys invite me to a party in the stands, if I see y'all doing those moves, I know something. I know something's going on. So everybody, thank you guys for coming out. We really appreciate the Cleveland Foundation for having their annual meeting right here inside Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse 2024, presented by Key Bank. Thank you all for coming. Please join us on our concourse where we have our post-game reception with some refreshments and some cocktails. Enjoy yourself, everybody. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.